Hey guys, it's JaaackJack and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are talking about my August favorites, and also this is my first official video here in my new apartment, in my new office. I'm still trying to set it up, and we're still settling into the new apartment. It is taking a lot longer than expected, and I'm not quite sure how I like this setup with the lighting, because the lighting is very dark in this room. So trying to figure out ways I can brighten this room without having to repaint the walls or anything like that. So it's a little trial and error. So my next few videos might be different setups of just me trying out new things, but hopefully we can get into a nice rhythm sooner than later. This setup isn't terrible, but it's definitely not the best, and it's not my favorite, so we're going to be trying out a few different things. But anyways, like I mentioned, today we're going to be talking about my August favorites, which is insane. This month, I feel like this whole year has been flying by, right? But August in particular, it feels like just yesterday was the beginning of August. How are we already done with this month? My brain can't calculate it. It's so weird. I think everything with the move has just it's just been overwhelming. So this month has just been flying by, and I really I played myself. I really thought I'd be settled in by the end of August, but nope, we are still in boxes here at the apartment. So we got a long way to go still before we are fully settled into this new space. Okay, enough talking about that. Let's just go ahead and jump into my favorites. These are just, my random lifestyle favorites. It's not really beauty focused. It's not really anything focused. It's just a random collection of things that I've been loving, and I want to know in the comments what have been your favorites throughout the month. It could be beauty, it could be fashion, it could be music, it could be whatever it is, any sort of thing. What has been your favorite the past month? I want to know in the comments below. So let's start with my first favorite, which is a book right here. Heaven is For Real by Todd Burpo with Lynn Vincent. I first mentioned this in my book talk video where I shared my book recommendations and also books I'm planning to read. And so I was just about to begin reading this book, and when I mentioned it, I was like, oh, this little boy was in an accident, and he went to heaven and came back, and I didn't know the full story, but I read it all. And first of all, it's a really quick and easy read. I finished this in just 2 weeks, but I did not have the story right when I first summarized it to you guys. What happened was this little boy got sick, and something with his appendix, and it just got really serious and really scary, and he had an encounter in heaven, and he was speaking things that his parents hadn't taught him. He hadn't learned in church, but they were biblical truths, and he knew that, and he was sharing it from his experience in heaven. And it was literally the coolest book to read, because the Bible tells us to have this childlike faith, right? Jesus says, if you can't be like these little children, then you can't enter the kingdom of heaven. That's why it's so important to have that childlike faith. And this book really just focuses on what that childlike faith looks like, what it sounds like, what it feels like. So I absolutely love this book. Highly recommend. Mine is all chewed up, if you can see, from the Zosters, but I was still able to fully read it. There was just I think one page out of all of this. There was only one page where there was 1 or 2 words cut off, and I couldn't put it together. But I mean, overall, you get the gist of what's happening. And I'm just talking about my particular book because my dog chewed it up. But overall, I love this book. I got it at Book Off, which is a used bookstore shop, and you can find a bunch of used books for super cheap. This was only $1. I got this at Book Off for $1, you guys. $1. I love Book Off. It's in the Convoy area. If you're in San Diego and you're familiar, it's in the Convoy area by Mitsuya. Love it. My next favorite is definitely not the healthiest, but it's been what I've been obsessed with literally the whole past month. It's sweet tea. I don't know why, I don't know where this came from, but all I want to drink is sweet tea, which again is probably not that good. I used to be so on top of my water game, and I would only drink water, and if I had soda or juice here and there, I'd still dilute it with water like as I'm drinking, because like I would just drink so much water. I've been pretty bad about my water lately. I'm trying to get back on it. But I just love sweet tea. Since moving into this apartment, Johnny and I have been a lot better about cooking at home, but there are times when we still get fast food. It's usually on the weekends. And Johnny, he'll always ask me, what are you in the mood for? And every time I'm like, Chick-fil-A. And it's not because I'm like craving the chicken or anything like that, but it's because I want the sweet tea from Chick-fil-A. That sweet tea is like the best. But my other favorite that you can find at the grocery store, I love the Gold Peak one, sweet tea. I've also tried this Sweet Leaf, is that the brand? I didn't like that one. I like this one and the Chick-fil-A one, and that is it. Those are my two favorite sweet teas. I do dilute this a little bit with water because I don't like it overly sweet, but sometimes I'll put like ice cubes and I'll just wait for the ice to melt like in my cup. I've never really been like super into sweet tea, but out of nowhere I'm like, all I want is sweet tea. This favorites video is probably very like random and sporadic, but when I recognize that something has been my favorite like throughout the month, I will just write it on my notes on my computer, so they're very like jumbled. We don't have them split up in categories or anything like that. So the next one I wrote on here is Gable Price and Friends, and that is a Christian band that Johnny has recently discovered, and he plays them all the time. And I guess this is more of like Johnny's favorite, but I love when he plays them because they have such a cool, like, I don't know how to describe it, but they have such a cool sound, and they're Christian, so their music is always going back to worshiping God, and I love their vibe. They're very cool. They're cool, okay? So if you want some cool Christian music, go check out Gable Price and Friends. But yeah, I just love when Johnny plays them. He'll like blast them like on the TV or in the car, and we'll just have like the windows down, driving. It's a vibe, you guys. It's a vibe. I do have a makeup favorite to share with you guys, and this is probably a surprising one, but it is the Rare Beauty Brow Harmony like brow gel pencil duo. This is in deep brown. I have shared on my vlog channel that this was probably my least favorite product in the Rare Beauty line that I've tried. The pencil feels like a melted crayon, and so it just draws on very thick and heavy, and I just don't like the look. And then brow gels, I'm always very particular with the brow gel. So like this side's the pencil, the other side's the gel. I'm always very particular with my brow gels because brushing a gel through my brows never is a cute look for me, like ever. It doesn't matter what the product is, it is never a cute look on me. But a trick that I've been doing, and I've done this trick for so many years now, you probably have heard me talk about it, but I will take a brow gel and an angled like brush and grab product and then brush it onto my brows like so. I've been doing that lately because I ran out of my favorite brow pencil, which is from what was it, It Cosmetics? No, I do like the It Cosmetics one. It was, the one I was using was from, was it from Winky Lux? Now I can't remember, but yeah, I ran out of my brow pencil that I was using, and I only had this left, and I was like, you know what, I don't want this product to go to waste, so let me see how I can use this to work for me and my brows. So this has been the best way, and that's what I've been doing with my brows lately. I think the formula is very forgiving with this brow gel because it doesn't like dry right away. So if you make a mess up, you can kind of wipe it away or like brush through with a spoolie to soften it if you've like applied too much. And so that is the way I've been using this. Otherwise, like if I am just applying it straight to my brows, hate the way it looks. I hate the way it looks. With whatever product you have, brow pencil or not, any sort of makeup product you have, you gotta figure out how to make it work for you. Some people may apply makeup one way, but that may not work for you. So figure out the application and the techniques that work for you, your face shape, your brow hairs, whatever it may be, your eyelashes, whatever you're focusing on. Makeup is not a one size fits all. There are going to be learning curves, and you just have to figure out what works best for you. So yeah, there's my little spiel on makeup. My next favorite has been a hair oil. I know that I definitely have shared this before, but it is the Derma-E Bonding Hair Repair Oil. Look, I'm almost out of this. This stuff is so awesome. I think for like the past month, my go-to hairstyle lately has been these braided waves. I do have a tutorial I'll leave that linked in the cards if you guys want to check it out. But I think they're just so easy to do. It's just very like quick, easy, heatless, but I like to apply a little bit of hair oil to make my like waves look a little more glossy and shiny than dry and crunchy. So I really like this hair oil. Plus I think this is great for like repairing your hair if you've got like a lot of split ends and things like that. I have a few split ends, so I love just knowing that this is like bonding and strengthening my hair strands, so that's always a plus. But I just really like, I love the way it smells, and I just love how glossy it makes my hair look. My next favorite, you probably just heard it turn off, but it is central AC in the new apartment. That has been literally my favorite thing about this apartment. If you guys have been watching the vlogs, there have been a lot of struggles in this new apartment. Things that we've been needing to get fixed with maintenance and stuff that they were just very lazy on when moving in. But the one thing that I cannot complain about is the AC. It has been amazing. I love it. We went from not having central AC to having central AC, and it's a huge game changer. And Johnny and I were just talking about it last night. It's so funny. We were like, wow, it just feels so nice. It's like not hot. Like we would just be like watching TV at our old apartment and we would just be so hot just sitting there. But now we're like just relaxing, and he's like, it's so nice not like getting hot because we have the central AC. And I'm like, you know what? I think from this point on, central AC is a deal breaker for me. If the next place we move to does not have central AC, it's an automatic no, because that thing has been awesome. Definitely my favorite thing about this new spot. And it's cool because it's connected to my phone, so I can control it from my phone if I want it to be colder, if I want it to be hotter. A lot of times, like especially like right now, because I'm filming in my office and like I have all these lights on, so I will like make it a little bit cooler while I'm filming, but then when I'm done I can just go on my phone and I don't have to like, I know that sounds lazy, but I don't have to walk all the way to the thermostat. I can just do it straight from my phone. Or you can control like if you're out of the house and you want it to be cool like once you step in, or like you can control all the settings from the phone, which I think is the coolest thing ever. I can also control like if my door is locked or unlocked from my phone, which is, that's wild. My next two favorites are fashion favorites that I actually don't have to show you because I haven't done laundry. But the first one is Nike sweatpants. I don't know if these have like a particular name or anything like that, but Johnny had gotten these for me a little while ago, but they have been my favorite recently, like just kind of lounging around, or like when I go on my morning walks with Zoe, I could just like throw these on. I like that they're not super thick, heavy, baggy sweatpants. Like that's just not my style. It doesn't look cute on me. And whenever I think of sweatpants, like that's the style I think of, because that's what I've known growing up. Like those are sweatpants, and I just like, I don't like those kind of sweatpants. But this one, it's a thinner material, so it doesn't look so heavy on, or like just like it weighs you down. It just doesn't look as heavy. And I like that they're not super baggy. Like they're loose and comfortable, but they're not baggy, and they're not like skin tight like leggings. They're like the perfect fit for like loungewear, in my opinion. So I love these. If I can find the exact same ones, I'll definitely leave it linked below. My next fashion favorite has been these JoyLab leggings from Target. I shared these in a Target haul on my vlog channel, and I have been loving them. Like I don't always like to wear tight leggings, but these ones are very comfortable. I loved the ribbed texture. I think that probably has to be my favorite type of legging. I hate spandexy tight legging. I hate those kind. But this one's like a ribbed, stretchy material, and it's super comfortable. And I wish when I went and bought these, I wish there were more colors in my size, because I totally would have bought them. They are so awesome. I will have it linked below. There's a matching sports bra that you can grab too, which I have, and it's just like a cute little set together. But I love that they are super high-waisted, not just a little high, they're super high-waisted. Like they could go up to the boobies if you wanted it to, but they're so high-waisted. And so if you did want to like go out with just like the sports bra and the pants, like you're not showing a lot of midriff if you're like me and not comfortable doing that, so you can definitely do that. I still don't feel comfortable doing even that. But if that is something you're looking for, like, you can be covered with the high-waisted pants because they're very nice and high-waisted. I love the length too. I have really short legs and these aren't super long, and like usually leggings will like bunch up at my ankles because I have such short legs, but these actually don't. They're like the perfect length, so I'm a huge fan of these. I definitely want to get more. I will have it linked below. I don't know, I think this might be like a limited edition collection, so you might want to get them sooner than later if you're interested in these leggings. My next favorite is for hair, and it has been these little tiny hair elastics. I just have them in this little box because otherwise they're just gonna be like all over the place in my drawers and stuff. But you know, these tiny little colorful elastics, I would actually prefer just like black or brown or even clear, but when I bought these they were like the colorful ones. But you can find these anywhere, like at your grocery store, at like Target, Walmart. You can find these anywhere. I'll have a link down below for like an Amazon one if you guys are interested. But I have been loving those. I've been styling my hair a lot with these lately, doing a lot of like braids down the side of my face, like kind of braided money pieces, and then also just like, I don't even know what it's called, but where you like tie your hair back. I've done a tutorial on that before, like when I had my shorter hair. It like reminds me of baby girl hairstyles, like hairstyles you would do on a little child. But I think it's super cute and I really like it with my longer hair. So I've been doing that a lot. If not daily, every other day, I've been doing some type of hairstyle that involves these little smaller elastics. So like cute little dainty braids, like accent braids or peekaboo braids, or just like little tiny ponytails. I just think it's so cute and so easy to use. And I have a little trick for you guys. If you do your hairstyle with these tiny little elastics, the most annoying thing is taking them out at the end of the night because sometimes it'll pull your hair. I've pulled out so much hair from those tiny little elastics, but I have a little tip. If you get some peppermint essential oil, it has to be peppermint, I don't know why, but it has to be peppermint. If you get peppermint essential oil and put a little on the hair elastic will break and you can just pull it out, and you don't have to like drag the elastic out of your hair and like get it all stuck and pull out your hair. Just put a little peppermint oil on the elastic and boom, it comes right off. I think also, especially if you have like a daughter, like a young child, and you're doing her hair all the time, it probably hurts their tender little tiny heads to like pull out those elastics. So definitely use the peppermint oil trick on their hair so you don't have to pull out those elastics. There you go. Okay, and my last favorite has been my tumbler from Love and Faith. I actually have two tumblers. I really like this one though because the flowers are so pretty. They're like watercolor. I love it. It says, "She is clothed in strength and dignity," Proverbs 31:25. I may have shared this tumbler before, but oh well, I'm sharing it again. I love these, and they're, I think, like about 17 ounces. You can drink your water in here, you can drink your iced tea in here, your liquid IV, which I do, or your sweet tea. And what I love about these is that like they're just like these nice skinny little tumblers, so they fit in your cup holder if you're going on the road. I love that it comes with like the little lid and straw. I love drinking things from a straw, but I think my favorite thing has got to be the fact that it keeps your drink so cold for such a long time. So I definitely love that, especially like drinking liquid IV. Like it only tastes good when the water is super cold, or sweet tea only tastes good if it's super cold sweet tea. So I love that when I put it in these tumblers, like I know every sip it's gonna be so good because it's gonna be nice and cold. So that is basically it for my August favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Again, let me know in the comments what have been your favorites throughout the month of August. And if you're interested in any of the products that I mentioned in today's video, I'll have them all linked below for your guys' convenience. Thank you guys again for watching. I love you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!